Okay, you ready for more earthquakes? So the map's updated. This is the last 7 days. They've cleared out the old data. This is the new data. We're seeing dates from the 10th, the 7th of November up till the 13th here. I'm going to focus exclusively on the earthquakes from Colorado over. Might take a look at the Utah ones. California is going crazy this week still. Same up with Alaska down through here. It's right weird. Serious action going on in the Pacific, as usual. So anyways, we'll start with this big dot here in Kentucky. We're 13 kilometers, I'm pretty sure it's this one. Yeah, we're 13 kilometers west of Whitesburg, Kentucky, which, as you can see on Google Earth, way off in the fucking woods. Pardon my French, but there is French in this show. Now, again, right next to the earthquake epicenter. This is this image is from 2010. So we see the beginnings of something here. Maybe it's a subdivision, who knows? But they do have what looks to be like one of them lake things on the go. Just to see if these are anything. Nothing really there. What's this? Looks like a logging operation. Yeah, it's a logging operation. I don't know what this is. Looks like another logging operation. So, the white patch here doesn't look like a logging operation. That's not logging operation trails there. These are the trails that make up mining, just by the way they're going around and around and around. You can see where they stripped off everything. There's nothing left, no forest even remains, nothing, even no evidence of a forest remains. They've stripped that shit down. Okay, so that's the first one for this week. Yeah, the second earthquake. The first one we just looked at was 4.3 on the magnitude. And the second one is in Hazard, in Kentucky. And it's 2.5. And it's pretty much at the same location, just slightly different coordinates. The smaller one, it was 37.144 degrees north by 83.056 degrees west. And the larger one was 37.139 degrees north by 83.0514 degrees west. So, not very good at calling out numbers. I don't do this for a living. So anyways, two of the Kentucky ones happened in almost the same spot. Within... Oh, they're on the same day. They're like an hour apart. See? The date and then the time. Hour and a half apart. Happened on the 10th of November at 17:08 and then at 18:37. Alright, the quake in the Gulf of Mexico doesn't seem to have an oil site around it. That's something I'm noticing too, is the coastal earthquakes don't have the oil site. It does have, this is probably just some kind of engineering project, but it's got this crazy island. This picture was taken in the first month of 2012, so January 13th. Got a little barge. There's this weird island out here. I don't know, those flower beds or something. I don't know what they're doing, but in the middle, there's all these tire tracks, lots of tracks. Signs of large machinery moving around, but there's no buildings, there's no machinery, there's nothing there. It's just a big white empty island. It's really weird. Oh, what's this stuff? Is that a road? What is that? Oh, gross. What is that stuff? Whatever this stuff is, they're driving caterpillars around in it. Looks like, I would say a road, but normally they don't just dump pavement on a surface all gluppy like that and then drive tank things through it. So, the earthquake off the coast, down the south of America there, ironically enough has this island filled with some kind of lava deposit stuff. I don't know what it is, it looks crazy. I didn't notice it when I was looking at it the first time, but yeah, the middle of the island's fucking empty. Look at this, empty. Just a bunch of white sand. Strange markings. Man, what is this island? I want to go hang out there. So, the only thing near that earthquake site is this mysterious island. And a city. With a mysterious fucking island in the middle of it. Yes, they must be dikes or something they're building up. No, it's flat. Well, I guess the dikes wouldn't show up on Google Earth, but those aren't very good dikes. They don't connect. There's holes in them. And they didn't even dike up this area. More of those strange post hole things. Some over here too. I don't know what the fuck is going on that island. So yeah, the one not weird earthquake near a big oil operation just happens to be near Mystery Island. The location of this earthquake is 30.111 degrees north by 88.073 degrees west. These are the other earthquakes that happened last week. Like the week before this week. Alright, next step is Colorado. This one just happened today. There's been quite a bit of activity in this Trinidad location. There was a lot of activity last week too, but this is on a fault line, so this is a little more normal. Out east here, let's see, we'll zoom right in. No fault lines marked out on the USGS's website. Those are all out in the like, see, that's a fault line. That big red line. And through here, they don't have the mark. There's a minor one in through Oklahoma. So yeah, I can pretty much guarantee that we're not going to find any of the big oil things or anything suspicious at these particular sites. Yeah. Here is the earthquake site from last week. Here's the earthquake site from this week. And it's located at the burn area. There's a couple spots last week where the earthquakes happened where a substantial amount of burnt forest in the picture. I don't know. This picture's from 2005 anyway. This isn't even this is a really old picture. What's this? One of those like hunting camps or something. Okay, for some reason, what the fuck? So we get these two earthquake sites. Oh, over here is 2011 and 2005 when we get over here. This is 2005 down here, more of those weird sites. They must be hunting camps or something. Oh, what's that? Hunting camp with a small lake thing, just dug into an open space. Yeah, that happens in nature a lot. All these images are from 2008. I don't know if these are hunting camps or if they're what they are. But two earthquakes happened right in the middle of them, and there's a lot of them. They keep going. They're not just in that one area. What are these things? They must be hunting camps or something, although not everybody I know just clear cuts a circle for their hunting camp. So I don't know what the deal with that is. Alright, so there's weird roads and clear-cut pockets. See, this is a normal road. What's that? What's that? Nice blurry picture of your giant black swath thing. That's not gonna make me curious. Oh, for a place that's made out of hunting camps, they sure have an amazingly well-groomed baseball diamond and football field with running track. What? That's not... doesn't even make sense. Why would there be that out in the middle of nowhere? Like, must be a university town or something. I don't know where the university students would live or where the university is, but... So, potentially nothing weird at this site in Colorado other than 2 earthquakes happening near a whole lot of hunting cabins. Near a town that has a giant baseball diamond and stadium all perfectly set up. I've lived in a lot of places, and not a lot of places have that kind of facility. The place I'm in now has something like it, but it's a university town. So the university wouldn't be fucking anything here. Yeah, then we head out west more and we get to these strange tracks. This could be a subdivision being set up, just by the looks of the designs of the road. They design subdivisions so they can put more houses on a single road, so they don't use straight roads too often. They curve them and make S-turns all over the place. Wow, that's creepy. What's this perfectly gridded out thing? Who even does that with their land? Just makes grids like this. And they got like a whole city out here before they have any buildings. What is this, corn or something? Must be corn. Zoom in and see the corn. Not quite. Okay, so this area is really weird. I'm never going to this part of Colorado. It freaks me out. Just doesn't make any sense. So let's avoid that. Okay, the last 2 are earthquakes in Utah, because I'm up in California and they just have earthquakes, so nothing suspicious there. Last time we looked in Utah we were in Moroni. Now we're just outside, and oddly enough this is just 100 kilometers or so away from Moroni. In the middle of nowhere. Middle of nowhere, Utah. I can't find anything in Utah unusual except the Mormons. And even they look pretty normal based on this farm work. So, yeah, it's, what is it, a fault line? Yeah, it's right on a bunch of fault lines. No mystery there. And St. George, Utah. Let's see what this one takes us to. Right quick, there's really not going to be anything worth looking at. Ah, that's a bunch of empty space. That's crazy. What is that, the salt flats? Maybe something like that. Oh, whatever that is weird looking. Got roads all over it. Must be a salt mine. I'm just assuming everything's salt based out there. I only know of the salt flats because of high speed stuff. One of my cats is doing something. I have to go look. No idea what the cat just did, but I can't even find the cat. I just went over and found stuff knocked over near the fish tank and found wet paw print with some dirt on it. cats. They're up to something. Anyways, here's another thing. It's probably also a salt mine because it's Utah and everything's made of salt and Mormons. They should just make everything out of salt if they want to hide it. Some kind of, the same kind of those tubey extraction things. A lot of trucks, extractor equipment that we saw at the, oh, there's some, it's like those things we see at the other sites, the oil sites. Maybe it's just snow. Yeah, when was this thing taken? Oh, July, yeah. No, I don't think snow goes there in July. Although I've never been to Utah, so who knows, maybe we're in a mountain. So lots of mysteriousness in Utah. Nothing that looks specifically like an oil site, but everything's so white I can't tell. So we're just gonna say that's on a fault line too, because it is. Click right there. That's what we just looked at there, up through there, lots of fault lines. There you go. Once again, when we're out east, where we don't normally have earthquake activity, until you start getting out onto these fault lines, we have 3 earthquakes hitting in the last, let's see, one was the 10th, the 10th, the 10th, and the 13th. The one in Colorado was on the 13th, the other 3 were all on the 10th. That's weird. Anyways, there you go.